YouTube, what's going on? Hope you guys are doing wonderful today. I am going to be getting back in on some more educational and informative unranked games. If there are characters you want, stages you want, types of things you want me to cover or more, please let me know in the comments. I do want to help you guys out, want to help you guys learn all that good stuff. And so I appreciate you for watching. And yeah, if you're enjoying the videos, if you're enjoying the learning, if you're enjoying the vibes, why doesn't hit me with that sub button, click the bell, all that good stuff. And I hope you guys have a good day. Thank you. Enjoy the games. Appreciate you. All right, let's go ahead and get in on a Marth game. I'm going to start this off nice and quick. 33 toes. That's so many toes. I'm sure you're a great dancer. Marth Falco here on Yoshi's. And they're coming in with a quick attack, the full hop, which is great. The main problem with your full hop, of course, is you can be intercepted out of the air and you're not doing a quick approach. You're not covering the ground with a laser. So I'm able to quickly, kind of move around. They're now above me. Now, of course, that's not what they wanted to do after shining. Just a difficult spot for them. So again, you're kind of seeing the issue that Falco can kind of have when he's not having his laser pressure out. And the thing is, when you are on such a small stage, that's gonna happen to you a lot. When you cannot dash back, get your laser out, very oppressive, very tough for you to move. That's why going to Dreamland, a much larger stage, is gonna be much better for you to get your lasers out, as you can kind of see. Now that is a possible grab to get when going behind Marth. However, you do have to be pretty quick. And I tried to get the dash. I think Wispy kind of just messed with me a little bit, but that's okay. Now, of course, Falco can avoid this forward smash. He just needs to go a little bit higher to go over the angle, but that's okay. Forward smash is going to cover going to edge too if you time and space it right. So there's what you can see, the forward, what the full hop can beat. If I put out a big laggy move, it's going to go right over it. Kind of what we were talking about before with the up B. So as you can see, jumping into Wispy giveth, Wispy taketh away, as we can see there. Now, of course, when you do roll on stage or do a get-up attack or something like that, Wispy, you are going to move backward and go back off the stage if Wispy's... Wispy's blowing. Keep that in mind. And so, yeah. Unfortunately for this Falco, they were attacking from a bit of a too close spacing, and of course, they also were, when I was getting grabbed, of course, they could do different recoveries. They were often double jumping kind of close to me, so I was able to kind of poke them. Wall jump, air dodge, double jumping farther away, doing mix-ups with side B, things like that could work out better. You saw one side B actually to get them back on the stage, so that's something to kind of keep in mind, Falco players. Side B, especially some of the higher ones, can give you more chances, especially if your SDI is on point. We also talked about how the stage, Yoshi's story, can be very condensing to Falco's, how it's really hard to get your lasers out, and of course, if you are attacking from a bit too far away, Marth's going to be able to move around you. We've talked about the advantages, disadvantages of full hop as approaches and being able to move around. And, yeah, of course, you also kind of saw a little bit of throw mix-ups by the edge. You also saw Falco get a little bit of good grabs on Marth by the edge, too, if you remember, on the Yoshi story game, partly because Marth doesn't have good options when he's in the corner. He can't dash back, wave dash back, things like that, and it's very easy to move around his sword attacks, which makes him much more vulnerable. So Falco was able to get a lot of grabs there, and that can set up for some early edge guards if you're willing to take a little bit of risk. But anyway, GG's to 33 toes. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the game. Alright, we got Marth Fox coming in on Final Destination. This is a hard stage for Fox. Fox doesn't have so many platforms to make his movement ambiguous. And of course, there is the chain grab. Marth's going to have a much easier time getting a lot of damage on Fox and vice versa. Now, that is a mix-up there by the edge. I turn around so Marth's foot is less exposed on the counter. Back air starts low, goes high. We use the tipper of that to push Fox down and away. Whoop. Messing up a little bit of chain grab. That's okay. Notice I'm seeing Fox go behind me just ever so slightly. Able to get the punish a little bit late there. A lot of Spaceys do like attacking out of the chain grab drop. So we just go ahead and go out for that. Uppy's going to hit them on startup. Or it could just be... Fox Shine kind of big. Or it's going to hit them, or it's just going to miss. And then we'll be fine. Try to get my pivot grab. As you can see, I missed. There, I got my pivot grab, got hit. We're just going to have a little bit of fun with this Fox. We've been kind of bullying a little bit. We're going to push them off the stage now. So notice I've been doing different things off of respawn. I was going through them, away one side, away another side. And we're kind of moving with them. And that kind of messed up their DI. Look at how well they controlled space. They did the late back air because they knew the earlier one would get punished. And if they could tech this counter, they'd be in a lot better situation. Unfortunately, they are not. Because, of course, you can tech that counter. You may need SDI in order to do so. We're on Fountain of Dreams, a much smaller stage. Fox can have platforms to move around. However, they are much lower to the ground. And they also can cancel your jump attacks just like that. They can also do the same for me, but they also can... You can also create situations like that. Now, of course, the reason I traded right there was because I had a little bit of invincibility, but I was able to get my move out in time before I was able to get punished. Again, look at how this platform is kind of getting involved. I hit 2 tipper F smashes because of the height of the platform. This is knowing how to play against the stage. Of course, that is a tough spot. Fox could, of course, refresh in other ways. Double jump refreshing is something I like to do because it does bait people in and it's slow. But there are other things you can do. That was a bit of good overshoot on their part. We're just going to go for our counter again. There you got a good angle, then avoided it. That's another thing you can do if you just don't want to deal with the SDI. You can just dodge. I just want to see if they come trade in an attack. Oh, didn't think they'd make it. And of course, because I did miss before on that up tilt, they SDI'd a little bit farther up than I thought. I did miss, but then because I missed, then they weren't ready to DI the next one, so I was able to hit them off the stage. So you can kind of see the difference in how the stage made the interaction. You can kind of see that I used the stage for tipper F smash. You can also see that I called out a bit of a edge habit, and you can kind of see how the punish should look so radically different on one stage as opposed to another stage. And we also kind of called out how Spaceys might act if they come out of tech, and kind of called out their aggression a little bit as well. So hopefully you guys found that match interesting and informative. And GG's to my opponent, LGT. All right, we're going to get in a Marth Ditto with Loof. And we are going to be, of course, the darker colored Marth. The lighter colored one's going to be our opponent. We're going to be on a smaller stage. Marth's going to be able to threaten pretty much the whole stage with his movement and attacks put together. Now, I think that Marth could have actually gone a little lower and gotten around my sword there because I wasn't on the slope, but that's okay. Oh, we got a little bit of spicy ping there I'm singing. That's okay. Oh, that's not a down air. Neither is this. Now, if you're at the right spot, you can't be directly below the Marth and get that. You have to be kind of at the angle I was at to get forward smash. You have to really know the interaction of your sword arc with the stage. Whoa. Of course, we're just going to hold down and away right there because it doesn't really matter what else they throw us with. That's the one that we don't want to get forward smashed out of, you know? Well, I've been seeing a lot of the double jumps right by the edge, so I thought I'd just go ahead and call it out. Notice that I was moving towards edge like I've normally been on respawn, and that time I didn't. I moved a little early because I saw them move early. Knowing how to play around invincibility, very important. I thought if I had forward smash soon enough, I might avoid it. That's okay. Or get the tipper. Nice. I was hoping to go for a tech there, just kind of having a little bit of fun. Oh, a little early. That's okay. So again, look at we hold down and away. We can just hold down. We'll get out. We get asked about... I get asked about forward throw a lot. So again, just down and away will get you out. Don't overcomplicate it. Oh, really wanted that. But yeah. Now we'll see where we're going to go after. We're going to be getting Fox. Unfortunately for them, they did roll Final Destination. That's going to be really challenging for them. They don't seem too concerned about it, I will say. So, what are we doing against Fox on FD? we are looking for our grab. We have our grab. Now we're going to be looking for this percent. We got to start pivoting. Unless they start DIing to the side, then we don't have to pivot. We pivot now at this percent. Oh, good roll. And good shield. I think most Marths would try to grab there, so I'm surprised they went for that. But yeah, forward air, down air. We don't have to go. That's our mix-up. They do that DI. We can, I think we ominously just spike. So notice the Fox dodge right there. Really good dodge on the Fox's part. Shine into Nair. They didn't want to get their aerial shined. So notice how much they're doing to look out for look out for grab. Now I was able to catch them out there. Notice I saw that they were going slightly behind, turned around, slightly behind, turned around. They just go out. We spike. That works at lower percents and even up to like very high plus 100%. They caught me out going behind them, and instead of up tilting safely, they just went for the kill. Good play. Got to know how long your invincibility lasts. They had a good idea for punishing me out of invincibility. Reversing in that way can be really strong. Unfortunately, didn't quite pan out for them. Whoop. Try to dash away, come back in with forward air. That's okay. Whoa. A little bit of a teleport. Notice we grab the edge first, and then we go out just to make sure they're not going to try and do anything weird with side B to edge. They moved to center, then they turned around. Well, we kind of messed up our movement, but we've got this. They held out again. I'm kind of surprised. I know they'll come in, so we're just going to do that. And of course, we can push them out. So again, a lot of that ends up being narration of the punish game just because that ends up taking so much longer. But as you guys can kind of see, we talked about how to play around invincibility a little more than we normally do. We talked about how to change some of that stuff up, whether you want to go through, whether you want to play to the side, how you want to mix it up, and when it kind of looks like you need to mix that up. We also talked about how Fox can do some DI and get out, how Fox do some recovery. I said I called out they weren't going to go straight up. That would have had to change how I would have done my edge guard. And so that was good on the Fox to, it was good on me to kind of call that out because, of course, the Fox goes straight up and I counter. At the very end there, I get punished. In the Marth video, I talked about how the stage influenced some forward smashes and how you want to know how Marth Sword interacts with the platforms. You want to know how every character interacts with the platforms, of course. And let's see, what else do I want to call out? I'm not sure. I think that covers a lot of it. If you know, I would say I'll also talk about the Fox, how they did such a good job of playing around grab, shine nair, spot dodge, doing full hop. Things like that are strong and make it so if Marth wants to do his grab, he has to think, do I grab now? Do I wait a little bit? Then the Fox can play off the Marth waiting. So that can be really strong for you as a Fox player, and there are some options that you can be considering that are not always being used. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and GG's to my opponent, Loof.